Got it.
Good morning. I'm Eileen Ullman. I am Director of Community Engagement and the Chicago Jewish Film Festival. And this morning, we want to thank you for joining us. And we are thrilled to welcome Jen Phillips, President and CEO of Keshet. Jen will be leading the discussion today on Once Upon a Boy, the film that you just viewed. Jen, welcome.
Thank you. We have Yuri Levy, who is the filmmaker, and Hilly, who is the mom. And I'm so happy to meet you both. And I just want to say I had to watch the film twice. For me, reading it in the bottom, obviously, it was translated. I really wanted to hear more of your words. The film itself was so amazing, and wanted to look at it a second time so I can really hear your voices in there. So good morning and welcome here.
Hi, good evening here, but to you.
It is evening there for you, and so I appreciate you being on. So one of the questions I have is, how did this come about that you decided to kind of film this journey that you guys were on as parents, and how did it start?
It started like Uri is one of our neighbor here, and we met him and knew him like a couple of years ago, but just like a neighbor, hello in the street. But he was always curious about our family, about the relationship between Eran and Ron, and he is a filmmaker. He's a director and photographer of documentary films, and it's really. It was really interesting for him, and he wanted to make a movie on us, but he was very shy. So he's a shy guy, and also his English is not so good. So now I will be his
translator.
Yeah.
Yes.
My English it's not so good also, but so you will excuse us.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Uri saw Eran like occasionally and in the street, and then one day he saw him at like a store, a small store here, where we're doing photographer for a passport for United States, and he asked him what you're doing here. So Eran told him, we are going to the States. We're going to make a surgery for Ron. So Uri just said, okay, can I join you? Can I make a film on this journey? And Eran, he's quite an impulsive guy.
That's good.
He said, okay, no problem. Yes, for sure.
We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. No problem. Okay, we'll make a film on our life. It's fine. And then he came and asked me, and I was doing a million things that moms do during the day. And between all the questions of who taking care of the child and what we're going to eat for dinner, he also asked me if Uri can make a film on us and want to come with us to the States for the surgery. And I said, okay, no, it will be boring, and what people want interesting them, and I don't know, there's a lot of people with families with disabilities. I think they're much more interesting. But okay, no problem. Yes, okay. I didn't think something will get it
Come from this.
And yeah, and Uri started to film like a very, very good friend. He became a very, very good friend. Just filmed this all this movie for 4 years, almost 4 years. Yeah, and he was like 400 hours of filming.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, in the end, it was just 1 hour of film, but a lot of work. And he came to us, you know, to the home without all the cameras and no team, just Uri himself. And with a small camera, and he was just here, you know, like a big brother, you know, like this, the movie. That, and finally, you know, we get used to it, to the cameras, and Uri became a very good friend, as I said. And we talk all the time. We talk with him like a friend, and we all. It's really documentary, and nothing is written or we're thinking about, and we didn't think. You know, a lot of screen was shot, so we didn't know what's going on to the movie. And it was really big surprise for ourselves also for the first time we saw it.
Yeah, because I think, you know, probably in the beginning, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were a documentary really about your kids and your son, but it really grew into something bigger than that. It was about you and your husband and what it means to have, you know, a relationship during a time that's difficult for the family, but that, you know, will continue, right, for your entire life. Being a mother of a child with a disability, and your relationship with your husband and your kids, there's so many dynamics. So, you know, just to say that was a big piece. Were you shocked about that also?
Yeah, because we didn't know what's going on in the street. It was really a big surprise for us. In the beginning, we thought that all the surgery in St. Louis will be the main issue of the movie.
Yeah.
And it became a part of the movie, but it's not the main issue, I think. Because when Uri started to film, איך אומרים לצלם? I'm sorry, around my husband. Hello, come.
He's not shy, as we saw from the film. So
yeah, he's not shy.
Shalom.
Hello, shalom.
But it confused me. I cannot speak when I'm near him, and my tongue I have problem.
Hello, just English?
Just English.
Yeah, just English.
Hello?
So
Hi, Chicago.
you were wonderful in the film too. We were saying it was so nice to see, you know, your love story and the dynamic of that, but how you both are such strong people around making sure that Ron was getting what he needed and what he wanted, most importantly, that it was the choice. And I talk a little bit about, can we talk a little bit about how you were working so hard to get him into a different school, and how Ron expressed himself so beautifully about, you know, really what he wanted, and that he wasn't.
You want me to bring Ron for 1 minute because I'm on the way just to
Absolutely, because I have one of our
Okay.
people who are asking questions on the other side who watched the movies, asking how old is Ron now and how is he doing? So how wonderful to be able to see him.
Okay, yeah. So Ron is almost 15. It's a screen. It's Uri started to film we started like he was 9 years old, so it's a long time. Yeah. And now in the 9th grade in a Giv'ol, in a school where you want to be, with his twin brother and his small brother and his cousin, and his here he comes. Dun, dun, dun.
Hi, Ron. Nice to meet you.
Hello. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
You did such a great job in the movie. And, you know, I think everyone loves how you are so strong and that you have a mind of your own to make decisions. And we were talking about how, you know, you decided what school you wanted to go to. And it's amazing that you're with your cousins and your siblings in school.
Just translate him. היא אומרת שממש שמחו לראות אותך ואיך שאתה מתקדם, ואיך שעכשיו אתה נורא שמחו לשמוע שאמרתי שאתה בבית ספר עם האח התאום שלך, ושאתה בסרט הפגנת גם הרבה חוזק ואומץ וכל הכבוד. Thank you very much.
תודה רבה. Thank you for being here.
We are going to eat hamburger, by the way. Ron and me, and we're not exactly going, and Gil is here.
I love it. Thank you.
Okay.
So Haley, can you talk a little bit about what life is like for Ron now and how the surgery changed? Yeah.
Okay, so the hips, the SDR surgery was in August 2016. It was like 5.5 years ago. It's really get his a spasm down, but after time, it's getting coming. I'm sorry. The
You're
town
doing
of the muscle. I'm sorry. The town of the muscle is coming back.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, 1 year ago, in February last year, we need to do another surgery that we want in the beginning that the SCR will prevent any orthopedic surgery, but we didn't get it. So the three different opinion of doctors tell us that we need to do like a orthopedic surgery in the hip. It was really complicated and difficult.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Surgery, I think more than the SDR, and it was, but it was home, and it was in Israel, so it was it was easier
Here.
because we have no, the problem of distance from his brother. But he's very strong in motivation and very high motivation. All the doctors said that this hip surgery is very difficult. All his body is with metals and I don't know,
And other things.
construction, a big construction. So all the doctors said after 1 year he will get back to his normal position, but it will take 1 year to build the body again or something. But after 4 months, he was like, he was working very hard. And after 4 months, he got to the point and get, okay, let's put the doctor's opinion in the side and I'll show you what I can do. So he's amazing. He's really strong and
that's but strong, but also he has a very positive, calm personality.
Yeah, he got it from his father.
It's okay, right? They get a little bit of us and a little bit of them, which is good. How is Ron now in in school, in the community? How is he engaging with his peers and his neighbors, and has he found that easier for him now?
Okay, when Ron was in until the 6th grade, he was all the time in kindergarten in the primary school. It was like in like small group, like for special kids. And from 7th grade, and now in 9th grade, he moved to this normal school, or I don't know, like he's one child. He's integration in the regular school. And I think his best friend are from the last school. I mean,
interesting.
Because he really loved. He's a loved person, and the school that they're going to is very small and very family, and it's in the neighborhood, and it's all the kids from that know him. And everybody's very nice to him. It's from kindergarten until 12th grade, so it's a lot of ages, but then really everybody's really nice to him. But I think his most best friend are from the last school that they have also handicapped. Yeah, then they also handicapped lighter. But they have their very special connection. Ron has very in this film it doesn't show, but he has also a CVI. It's a cortical visual injury that happens during his whole CP problem. He got it as a bonus. So his saying is not so good. So, and also his gentle, I don't know, gentle motoric. I don't know how to say it in English.
Motor skills.
Yeah, motor skills. So he cannot, he used just right hand just as a help for the left hand. He cannot open it and he cannot write like in pencil or pen. He just typing in iPad. Thanks for technology that it can now be easier. So he have a lot of problem learning. He cannot learn like math or English or language in a common class, like with his father. Yeah, like with his brother. I'm sorry. So he need to. He's in a small group, like 2 or 3, or he have a private lesson, or that's for all these learning skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, for reading, for writing, for understand math and English and all that. But he have a lot of classes. It is a democratic school. Givol is a democratic school that the child can choose what they want to learn. So so he doesn't have to go to sport class or to things that don't interesting him. So it's very nice. He have music class and he have art class and Bible class and history class, and he's really so some classes he's with small group or with his own, and he have also therapists there,
occupational therapists and social workers. That's really nice.
Yeah,
it's really nice. I have a question for Yuri, if you can translate for him. As someone who obviously has made other documentaries, what message did you want to get to maybe kids around Israel or the world about this story? What did you want them to get out of it?
התשובה, מה המסר שלי כאילו לעולם, שכאילו המסר הוא כאילו לקבל את האחר ולדעת שאתה מסוגל לעשות הרבה מעבר למה שאתה בעצם.
Ori said that his message that you can do more than you think, and to get all the special people get their to be equal to the other person, and get their to feel like a special child, but he's just a normal family, and we know he's just a normal child. He has. So let's treat all the people with disabilities. And also that Uri was really fascinable of that we are talking during dinners, that we're talking about things and we don't keep it like silence, like secrets, and to put everything on, like, I don't know if you have
on the table.
On the table, yeah. So we can talk about it free, and for our children to know that they need to talk about their thoughts and about their even if it's positive or negative and all the difficulties, we need to talk about it. And that's the power.
I got that message too. I thought it was so beautiful in being able to talk to your other children and say, Ron was upset, let's talk through this, why, and actually how intuitive they were in like understanding that, Ron wants to be just like them, and that they feel that. So I agree. Yuri, you did a phenomenal job with that. Yeah, those were very good family conversations, which you're right, most people don't have. So I love that, you kind of normalize what it is to be a family, and every one of your kids has something different. You and your husband are very different, but that you talk through it. Which is really lovely. Is Ron still doing music now?
Yeah, he's got a very special, like a guitar, it's made like someone from Israel. Is very he's a musician, and he built something like a guitar that people with disabilities can play. They have like joystick in one hand and just stickers with color stickers that instead of the accords, and he can play a little bit and he's really enjoy it. And he have singing class, and he have and he likes to sing, and he has very good memory of
Words.
songs. Yeah.
I love to see the singing in the movie. That was beautiful. Just not only Ron, you can tell in his face he was so happy, but that you guys kind of had these songs, and it was beautiful to see. I love that. It was really good.
So Uri add that in the beginning, during the film, he wanted to make the music with some very special artist here in Israel, very famous singer. And after a couple of days, this thing it's not working out, and he decided to take all the music of the movie from Ron songs. So all the what Ron hear and what Ron sing, and so this is the
it's like all the music, like a soundtrack almost.
Soundtrack, yeah. That is the soundtrack of the
That's so nice. It's nice to be. I mean, the music, to me, music means a lot, and hearing it means a lot for our kids also, and our adults. So you could just see how calming and soothing it was for him.
Yeah, it is.
So you talked to him a lot, and I know his grandmother talked to him a lot about what he wants and stories and what he is looking forward to later on. Does he talk about what he wants to do after high school?
Usually here after high school, the army. So he talked about it. He said, I don't want to go to the army. Anyhow, I didn't get, we don't talk about it because you have like just 3 years, but we didn't start to talk about it. But I think he will be like in very maybe voluntary. There are all kinds of companies, or not companies, that helps the youth that with disability before army, so they can go to like army service, like social service. We have it in Israel, where he can go to school. He can go to have volunteer in the army, and I hope we can find something that's not exactly like army, but some kind of place that he can be. He can feel that he will, give something to the states. Or
meaningful to him. Yes. So we have
I don't know what we're going up. I was afraid to think about it. So
it's hard. I understand that. I work with families, every day, and it's kind of crazy how fast things go. The fact that you told me he's 14, almost 15 is a little bit crazy, because we picture him as a little boy and the siblings a little boy. So, and I asked that question because he seems to really take, lead in what he wants to do, which is so important. You've taught him that he has a voice, and that there is a choice. And so I think that's beautiful. And to kind of lead into that, one of our viewers asked, a little bit about you and your husband, that, through the movie, this person said that they would have done the same thing you did as a mother, how upset you were during surgery. They're like, you did it great. But, your husband was able to calm you. I mean, for sure, he has that calm situation, but has your relationship changed? Have things gotten better on that end, or have you come more together, or is it just the same?
You know, the first things that we finished to see the first time after we cried and cried and cried and cried and cried, after we stopped crying, we said two things. One thing in that Lior, Lior, our youngest child, he was so small, so they don't show him in the film. He doesn't show him, but
Yeah,
he's a special, and he's like an angel for Ron. He's so sensitive, and they're very, very good friends. Yeah. And the second thing is that in the film, it said that Eran and me have a lot of fights, and we don't agree with each other. And actually, in real life, we are better friends than shown in the movie. We have not such a lot of, you know, like
arguments.
Yeah, no, we don't, because we have very. He have the ownership of some things, and I have the ownership of another things, and we are very, very good friends. I don't know if better. I think it's the same. Like it was. We are together 20 years, and we are the best. We are the best friend ever. We are
I found it
ever,
positive.
really.
I found it actually very positive. You could see the love you guys have and the friendship, but you were very real. You know, again, like at the table with your kids, you talk through things, which is, you know, communication is so important. And you can tell your kids have received that from you guys.
Yeah, we talk about everything. I think we trying to, you know, even if it's not so nice, but so yeah, we are really good friends, Eran and me. We are partners, you know.
Yeah, you could you could tell it. Yuri, so do you want to make another film?
I don't know. אני לא יודע אם אני עכשיו עדיין לעשות סרט. על מי? עליכם כאילו?
On us or generally?
On you guys.
On us?
Maybe, I don't know.
I think it's one time. It's one in a lifetime. Yeah.
once in a lifetime.
Yep.
Yuri, do you see that this has had impact on people in Israel, the movie? I would love to know, you know, people in Israel, how they reacted.
כן, הסרט מרגש את כולם, מכיתה א', מכיתה ה' עד 120, כאילו הסרט מאוד מדבר ומאוד מצליח, ויש המון הקרנות בארץ.
Uri said that the screen is very high success, and there are lots of screening all Israel. It's also from like 5th grade to schools until you know, any age, and all the people are getting something from the movie. Some you know, the child getting their own position, and the adults get the family connection, and everybody find itself in the movie. Yeah, people are really exciting, and we got a lot of good reviews after the movies, and it was really nice. We wanted so much to go around the world for like you guys in like for film, and the Corona is destroying everybody's routine. So so now we're just on Zoom, but we wanted so much to come to meet people and talk with them, you know, like frontly. But
וגם הסרט זכה בפרס השופטים בקהל בישראל, גם שופטים וגם קהל, כאילו.
The film has a reward, a very big reward on the very special the documentary marathon in Israel. It was really good, and we got the journey prize and the audience prize. Wow, and it was nice. Really it was
nice.
Yeah.
Yuri, what's your next film? What are you working on?
I don't know now.
You don't know.
Yes. maybe למוטי קרישנבאום, כאילו איש טלוויזיה.
Maybe on someone from the TV here that died a few years ago and was really special guy.
Nice.
But yeah, he doesn't know it.
I think one last question for you, Hilly. What would you ask or tell a family who just had a child born with a disability? What advice would you give them?
Wow, to take a big breath and to know it's not a 100-meter of run, it's a big last not ending marathon. And it
Yeah.
depends on the it's so different between one child to another, because every child has his own package, his own problem. And but usually when they need to be like very the family heart should be very, very strong, and to know it's for a long time. So don't get all your strength in the first. So and to know that life can be very, very happy and normal, also with kids with disabilities. And you don't have to be like depressed life or difficult life. I think we are a very happy family, and we are very normal, and we have things that we cannot do. We cannot walk with Ron in the desert, or cannot climb with him on the mountains, but we are staying on the beach. It's good also. So
Amazing.
we just, that's what, and the base is what you get. You don't, no one of us will ask for presents for a disability child. And if God or not God or say that we need to raise this child, okay, that's what we need to do. We cannot change it. So let's deal it, let's face it, let's deal with this.
You have a beautiful, beautiful family and a fun family. And, I do feel you're so blessed, and it's so nice to be able to come into your home and watch what you guys did. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we're going to wait. We want to hear what happens next. And Yuri will look out for another film too.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Good
תודה
evening.
רבה.
Bye-bye.